So why are we anxious? Could be physical, mental, could be life circumstances, could be genetic, and it could also be because it works. So I've come to view anxiety, at least in certain situations, as a tool, and it's a tool that I think we use too much often. But I think recognizing it as a tool that has its use, has its place, is useful. So I'll give you an example. So for me, the way I would use anxiety was before tests in college and graduate school and those types of things. I would get anxious, very anxious, bad test anxiety, but I would almost always get an A. And then I would have anxiety and I would get an A. I would have anxiety and I would get an A. So the circuit that was forming in my mind was anxiety equals success. Anxiety equals A. Same in sports. I would get anxious before I would play soccer in college, and then I would perform well. Anxiety, perform well. Circuits created. Then you fast forward that into the rest of your life, or into the rest of my life in this situation, and that tool is still present, but now I'm using it in situations where it may not be necessary. If I'm preparing for a presentation, I may not need to get anxious in order to do well on the presentation. So maybe I can start working on that circuit so that it doesn't have to be there in every aspect of my life where I need to perform at a certain level. But I think just recognizing that anxiety is a tool that we can use and do use, it has a purpose, and sort of honor it in that way that, thank you very much for helping me do well on that test, but this next test I'm going to try to do well without the anxiety, because the anxiety is not what's causing the test performance to go well. So thinking about it that way can possibly break that circuit, but at least the awareness can be helpful for us.